Tigers at the helm. Here we go. To jump center. Rockhurst will win the tip. They're in the blue with white numbers, and they're going to go right to left in front of me here as I sit courtside. Flyers in the home whites. Red numbers trimmed in black. So the Hawks get it up top. Josh Roberts up top with it. Down to 13 on the shot clock, and so far they've just passed it around the ring. Now they go right baseline, fade away for the big man, missed. Delaney Blaylock the rebound. Dominique Wilkins, 6'9". They list him at 215. He is 6'9", 250, believe me. There's no way he's 215. And I think it's probably 260. So I don't know where they got 215 from. Maybe when he was a 12-year-old. Strus, 15-footer good the other way. Strus to get us on the board. That's 215. Come on. He's a defensive lineman. He's huge. 215. Vukaj with a steal. They tried to lob it down low to the big man, and Frank stole it. He'll come front with a 2-0 early lead, and Simelton left side. Blaylock swings it around. Strus high right. Down to 10 of the shot clock from Max to the top of the key. He'll drive left side of the lane, go all the way, lay it up around and in. Patience for Max, didn't force it. Spun around and pick up top, and left side of the paint down all the way to the hoop. 4-0. They'll go left corner with it, and that's Burke. He'll drive the baseline, kick it to the opposite corner. Now they flip it up top for a three. Good, high right of the arc. Hagan hits the tray. We saw 14 threes from Rockhurst on the women's side today. See how many the men do. Strus, high right. Flips it to Vukaj, free throw line. He'll drive, have it knocked away from him as they triple teamed him once he got the ball. They'll come front, take a 14-footer left side, miss that, and Simelton the rebound as Roberts could not connect. They'll run the floor, a Max three right side. Oh, off the back of the iron. Rebound, Nelson fights for it and gets it in the corner. We'll start over. Good job by Kyle. So Simelton now. Miles to Blaylock. Blaylock will take the 16-footer up top, rattle it in and out, and the rebound comes down to Rockhurst. Drag it. Front court for them, and that's Nix. They'll go right side, now right corner, another three attempt. Missed that one. Oh, they get the rebound, the big man. Dominique Washington. He'll take a long jumper left wing for three. And a big 6'9" center hits the tray. And 6'4" Rockhurst. They run that weave. Strus to the free throw line. Vukaj. Frank faces the basket. Ooh, bounce pass to Max. He thought Max was going to the bucket. Max had already stopped to break back out to the wing, and it's out of bounds. Turnover. Back to Rockhurst. Vukaj out, and it'll be Brad Foster in. 6'8" senior from Lincoln Way Central. Talk about Rockhurst's new coach. It's Drew Diener, their new head coach for the Rockhurst Hawks. That famous basketball Diener family. There's Travis Diener at Marquette. And Brittany Diener right here at Lewis. They'll launch a three up top. Missed that. We get a rebound, Nelson. As Roberts missed it. Now, Brittany Diener was our point guard a few years back. For 4 years, she was outstanding. Her cousin is Drew, who's their head coach now for the men's side here at Rockhurst. Another pass deflected. They steal it, run the fast break, and Lucky Nix will lay it in for the Hawks. 8-4 Rockhurst. Nelson up top with it. On the right side, Blaylock. Hand it off. Simelton right side. Miles drives to the bucket, and they're going to say a bump foul before any shot. Driving to the hoop on Rockhurst. And we're going to get a media timeout. We'll take the full break. Missouri. Of course, the women's team, even though the school is in Kansas City, had 5 players from Omaha, Nebraska. Men's team has a few more representatives from Kansas City. They try to pass it into the post, into Foster, and try to deny that pass and foul Brad. Millington, Michigan, who averages 12 points a game for them off the bench. So right side, Simulton. Up top, Delaney Blaylock. Back to Miles. Right wing to Max. They'll go baseline, 18-footer. They partially block it. Are they going to call the foul? They are. Foul on Rockhurst. 2 shots for Max. So yeah, Brittany Diener was our point guard here for all 4 of her years. Of course, if you want to go back in time, of course we had Nikki Nellen for 4 years. Just finished her career last season. Before that, Katie Curran. And before that, 4 years for Brittany Diener, and she was outstanding. And again, her cousin Drew now coaching the Rockhurst men. Of course, cousin Travis. And we've got a bunch of Dieners all over basketball. Free throw's good. 8-6. We're down 2. Rockhurst with it. Go up top. Swing it around high right of the arc. And Austin Levin. Outside jumper. Yes! In contact. Chance for a 3-point play. I'd like to see the replay on that, because that's another one of those where he kicked his leg out to force the contact and he got the whistle. And they specifically outlawed that before this year. And I've seen it called all year anyway. And the free throw is good, and we'll come back the other way. One of those points of emphasis. There were rule changes and points of emphasis. I watched the whole NCAA video, and they specifically showed that exact play where you kick out your leg and get contact, and that's not supposed to be a defensive foul anymore. Well, just happened there. They get the free throw. Nelson tried to back his way in. Contact with a Rockhurst player. Lost the handle. Rockhurst picks it up. They'll come front. Drive right. 15-footer. Good. A little step-back basket for Roberts. All of a sudden, Flyers down 13-6. We're going to need to get things going here. Simulton brings it front. We have not got into sync offensively yet at all. Up top, Blaylock. It's Strus left side. Lob it low left to Nelson. Backs his way in the left block. Turns, leans, reverse layup. Yes! Oh, they're going to say he traveled. I didn't see it. But again, if I look to my right a lot of times between their coaches and the officials, I can't look through everybody to see that. They called him for a travel. He said I did not as he came back the other way, but oh well. So we're down 13-6. Long way to go in half number 1. Lob down low left. Good defense there as we double-teamed big man Dominique Washington. Back up top again for them. They'll take the 3. Rattle it in. Roberts. 16-6. We're down 10. Went on the road and played so well for 2, and start out today here struggling. Foster, high right. Now Strus gets it to Simulton. Miles drives, splits the defense. Now kicks it back up top. Back in for us, Capel Henshaw, the junior out of Harrisburg. Nelson, a 17-footer up top, rattles it in and out. Rockhurst the rebound. Well, not a great start, but a long way to go. Top of the key for Rockhurst, 11. Now back to a center circle, basically. They spread it out. He'll step forward, take a 3, top of the key, miss it. We get a rebound, Strus. We got a fast break. Strus right side on the wing. Underneath Nelson, nobody there. Defensively, laid it in. Nice job there in the fast break to get the bucket. And we're down 16-8. Front court for Roberts. Low right side. Simulton on him. Lob it low right to Washington. Skip it over into the left corner for a 3. Missed that. Rebound. Knocked around out of bounds to Lewis Yu. By the way, congrats to Ryan Jackson, our former Flyer. Graduated, of course, at the end of last year after a great 4-year career with us. All-American Ryan Jackson. Playing professionally in the Midwest Professional Basketball Association for the Chicago Blues. And he's their player of the week after a 30-point game Saturday in Pontiac, Michigan. In a win. And a hold down low on Rockhurst, holding Max. So congratulations to Ryan. He's leading their team in scoring at 19 points a game. In professional league, there's 2 teams in Chicago, 2 in St. Louis. You've got a team in Champaign, got a team in Lima, Ohio, Pontiac, Michigan. Strus a 3, top of the key off the inbound. Misses it. Rebound to Rockhurst. 12.5 minutes to go in the half. Flyers down 16-8. So congratulations to Ryan, and hopefully that playing well in that league can get him involved in some other pro basketball action. I know he had hoped to go to Europe. We'll get some people's attention. Maybe he can do that. 10 on their shot clock. High left to the arc for 3. Make another one. Hagen. Well, threes were the story for Rockhurst in the women's game, and so far they've been a big key here already in the men's contest. We're down 19-8. Strus high right. Up top, Fukaj. Swing it around. Capel, Henshaw, and a foul on Rockhurst again, and a hold down low. They're playing a really aggressive defense, but they're in everybody's hip pocket. But that's going to be a situation where there's going to be a ton of fouls just because of that. And timeout on the floor. We'll take. I don't know if it's the Taylor basketball, but we've got a full house here tonight. It's pretty much a sellout, and if you're here, you get a solo cup full of tater tots. Can't beat that. Strus up top. Goes around a pick, drives left, goes all the way to the hoop, lays it up and in. Max Strus, nice strong move to the bucket. And 19-10. Back within 9. And Rockhurst to come front. By the way, our thanks to Jamie Johnson. She joined me for the first half. Did a great job as my color commentator for the first half of our women's game tonight. She went back with the rest of her teammates to watch the second half on the bench, but she said she'll help me out again later. Again, Hagen for 3, high left, missed it. We get a rebound, Simelton off a deflection. We'll come back in a hurry. Henshaw left wing, goes baseline. Now to Frank. Off the glass, no by Nelson. Rebound comes down to Rockhurst. They'll come front, and Roberts. Roberts in the center circle as they spread it out. Right side on the wing. Bounce pass baseline to Hagen. Puts it up. Frank blocks it. We pick it up. Loose ball the other way. Henshaw. So Frank gets his first block of the night. Right corner. Simelton to the free throw line. Continues his drive. Left side layup. Good. Miles. Beautiful drive. Down the left side of the lane. Laid it in with the left hand. We're back within 7. 19-12. And Miles has really found himself now in the last couple of weeks. And that's going to be huge for us the rest of the way. And his confidence back, and that's going to make all the difference in the world. And Miles steals a pass just as I say that. Goes all the way. Lays it up left side. No, but Strus saves it on the rebound. So we'll start over. Strus. 8-footer in the lane. No, but a foul, and he'll shoot 2. So great job by Miles to step in front of the pass at the top of the key. Stole the pass, and he was going to go all the way for that fast break layup on the right side, but he had a Rockhurst defender breathing down his neck the whole way, so he was worried about a block, and he laid it up a little too late, like he was too far into the basket. But again, he didn't want it blocked, but then Max did a great job to follow and at least get the board and draw the foul and go to the line. Now misses the first shot. Let's see what happens here. It's 19-12 Rockhurst. 9:58 for the half. Strus has one more coming. By the way, at halftime, we'll talk men's and women's tennis with our Flyers tennis coach. Strus hits that one. So stick around. Brett Riddell will join us. And tennis had a great fall. We'll talk about that. So we're down 6. Nice job to come right back here for Lewis. Get right back in it. They go left side. On top of the key. Can't take the 3. Good defense by Henshaw. Tell you what, Levin really wanted to shoot that, and he couldn't. 10 on their shot clock. They go right side. And what are they going to call? Foul apparently on the Flyers. Austin Sokup. He had just come into the game. Sokup, the 6'1 sophomore from Kildare, Illinois. Miles is getting a breather here.
Dive.
Rockhurst to bring it in, baseline right. And Capel, Henshaw steals the pass. Tips it to Sokup. We come front. Good anticipation on that wing pass. Ended off for a Henshaw 3 right side of the arc. Missed it. Long rebound. Can Nelson save it? He cannot. Out of bounds. Back to Rockhurst. So Flyers go back on D. Still down to 6. 9:21 to go in the half. So they go right side with it. Connor Evans for them. Go into the paint. Fade away low left. Frank blocks another shot. We come up with a loose ball. Run the ball all the way down court. Strus with the slam. Defense creating offense for the Flyers. A Frank block ends up as a dunk at the other end. And a timeout, Rockhurst. They go left wing with it. Come around a pick. Come free throw line. Dish it low right. And Nelson blocks that shot, and Blaylock comes out of there with it. So they brought in Adam Fatkin, a 6'6 freshman from Kentucky, and he's had a couple of his shots blocked, and now Henshaw hits a 3 at the other end. And just like that, we're back within one. 19-18 with 8:22 to go. So we blocked 3 of their shots in about the last 90 seconds. So some great interior defense. At that time, they lob it over the top, and there was nobody home from the weak side to help out, and Fatkin finally gets a bucket for them.
Get in here, Let's go.
So 21-18, Rockhurst. Sokip drives, flips it back out. Henshaw drives the lane, banks it up and in. Boy, that was a big 3 for Henshaw a minute ago, too, to get his confidence going, because he had a rough road trip. So now he hits the 3 and comes back with a 2, and now we're back within 1 again at 21-20. Hawks in the front. Go to the right side with it. And that's Burke. Roberts for 3. Hits another one. Whew. They've had some big 3s from up top. 24-20. Our deficit. 7:20 for the half. Sokip drives the middle of the lane, goes all the way. No. We're going to call a charge. Foul on Sokip. An immediate timeout. 7:15 for the half. Flyers down 24-20. Back in a minute on the Lewis U Sports Network. 7:15 to go in the half. Flyers down 4, 24-20. And, of course, if you remember our last broadcast here, it was against Bellarmine. Of course, then they went on the road for 2 last week, gone all week. Just glad when I took the equipment out of the bag today, it all worked. Remember that Bellarmine game, their coach spilled water on my equipment. And the other workers here at the table said, "You realize he did that on purpose?" I said, "I know he did," which was why I was so angry at the time. And I said some things on the air I don't normally say, as we get a little bump foul defensively on Simelton, who's back in the game. I think I said at one point, "I'm about to lose my mind." I think I actually said that on the air. And Derek Swoboda, our assistant sports information director who listens the whole game, he said, "That's the closest I've ever heard you swear to swearing on the air." I said, "Yeah, I know, because I know he dumped the water on my equipment on purpose." They go around a pick, drive the left side of the lane, go baseline. Oh, little reverse layup, pretty play it in. Layup there by Alex Hagan, because they can hear every word I say. And obviously, I'm going to give it from a Flyers perspective, and they didn't like some of the stuff. Blaylock drives the right side of the baseline, little floating 3-footer right baseline, good. Delaney Blaylock. We're back within 4, 26-22. But again, gladly, in the last week or so, my equipment has dried out, and we're back on the air. And I don't hear the crackles I heard at the end of that broadcast as it was sizzling at the end of the last game. Have it up top. They'll launch another desperation 3. Missed that, and we get a rebound from Strus off the miss by Roberts. I think he thought it was closer to the buzzer there than he had 8 seconds, but he flipped one up off balance from way deep. Blaylock, a 15-footer that won't go, and they do get a Roberts rebound here. But I have since moved down a couple of spots on this table. I used to be at the very end, close to their bench, the visitors. 16-footer that won't go. We get a rebound. Strus again. Well, he had 18 rebounds last game. He's off to a great start on the glass here tonight. Tried to flip it back to Frank, and they're going to say he got a charge there. So offensive foul on Strus. So normally you've got, like in the center of the table here at center court, you've got our PA and stats and all that kind of stuff. And then you've got visiting radio has 2 seats, and then I have the next 2 seats at the very end of the table by the visitors' bench. Well, we've now flip-flopped, and I'm where the visiting radio used to be. So those 2 seats closest to the visitors' bench will be the visiting radio. A, so I don't get water dumped on me again as we kick the ball out of bounds. And B, because both Bellarmine coaches, women and men, were swearing the entire game. And I have no idea how much got on the air, and I apologize for any that did. But I was like, I need to get farther away from the visitors' bench because the swearing was out of control. And I don't even have a crowd mic on. Just my headset microphone was picking it all up. And it's like, if I can even get another 5 feet further away, it'll be better for all of us. Now, Rockhurst gets the ball on the wing, and Joshua Brannon just off the bench. We double team him on the wing, and he turns it over. So we trap him. He had nowhere to go and stepped out, and Flyers come back. We're down 26-22 with 5:15 to go in the half. Flyers with it, front court, Simelton. Up top, Capel Henshaw. 3, top of the key. Got it. Well, they tried to steal it, and when they missed the pass, that was Burke. He could not defend because he was well behind Capel, who was wide open when they missed the steal attempt on the pass, and he hits the 3, his second of the half, and we're back down just 1, 26-25. And they travel. Yep, too many steps there by Burke. And we'll come back front. 26-25, Flyers down 1, but with the ball with 4:48 to go in the half. So I'm hopefully in a little safer position. Blaylock up top with it. Henshaw, a catch and shoot 3, but they're going to blow the whistle and say that Nelson cleared out before the shot. So an offensive foul will come back the other way. I don't know what that was. Neither does Coach Trost. And now he's saying, well, then call that down here. Whatever that was, call it down there. He was just setting a pick.
Get it in, Burke.
Lob it down low. They go underneath. Washington steps back, puts up the shot. Yes, and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play. He was trapped under the basket, took a step back, and McMahon now will go to the line. Vukaj with the foul. So 28-25. We're down 3, 4:25 to go, and they've got a chance for one more point here. They missed the free throw. Vukaj the rebound. So Frank playing well early. And after a slow start, Flyers right here in it. Blaylock up top. Henshaw comes to get it left side. Baseline left, Simelton. Lobs it underneath to Vukaj in the left block. Back up top to Miles. Miles open. Steps up, rises for the 18-footer. No. Rebound tipped around and out of bounds to Rockhurst. Off of Nelson's fingertips. And now another media. So 3:55 for the half. Flyers down just 3, 28-25, and we're back in a minute on the Lewis U Sports Network. Lewis at 53% from the field and still down 3 because they've hit 5 trays as Rockhurst. 5 of 11. Lewis 2 out of 5 from beyond the arc. We lead rebounds 14-8. We do have 8 turnovers early to their 5, so need to trim that down a little bit. Strus already with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 8 points for Henshaw. They've got 8 from Hagan and Roberts. Rockhurst with it low left. We double in the left block. So they go back up top again. Here to Nix. He's out there with his 2 fouls. He sat for a while. They'll launch a 3. Strus, I think, maybe got a hand on it, and Blaylock will miss it as it goes off the rim. So Flyers the other way. Strus, little spin move. Flips it in the corner to Henshaw. Back up for a Blaylock three, and off the back of the rim. Rebound Hawks. Ran the offense well. Shot just didn't go. Drive middle. Now kick it outside to Nix. Low right to Washington. Double him, so back up top. Roberts. 12 on their shot clock. 10 on the shot clock. Roberts down to 7. Launches an NBA three on a line drive. Trey, and he hits it. Wow. Now there's 6-3. 31-25. And that thing was a line drive laser. Simulton. High left of the arc. Looked for the backdoor alley-oop that wasn't open. Now Blaylock will get the pass. Dish it to Nelson into the basket, and he gets hammered. And he'll go to the line and shoot two. I don't think they're going to say 1 and 1. He was on his way up to shoot it. But he was held, so he couldn't. Yeah, they are going to give him 2. All right, that's what I thought. So Nelson to shoot 2. With 2:33 to go in the half. Again, we'll talk tennis at halftime. We're back Saturday at 1 for another doubleheader. William Jewell is here for 2 as we're playing some teams from the other division this week. 12:45 our pregame for the women's game Saturday. In and out for Nelson. So we're down 31-26 after the miss, and Rockhurst the other way. Roberts up top.
Hit him again, Dom.
High right side to Nix. Nix, top of the key along 2. Missed it. Rebound Blaylock. Flyers now. Blaylock all the way in the paint from 8. Oh, soft touch goes in for Delaney Blaylock. Flyers down 3. 2 minutes for the half. Nix brings it front. And a whistle away from the ball. And it's going to be a hold on Capel Henshaw. Boy, there have been so many fouls away from the ball tonight on both sides. One in bonus for Connor Evans, a sophomore from Wichita. And the free throw good. They make a sub and bring in Scott McMeekin, 6'8" freshman from Overland Park, Kansas. Free throw, no good. We get a rebound, Strus. All right, down 4. And Miles comes front. Simulton hands it off. Henshaw. Up top, Nelson. Swing it around Blaylock. Strus gets it. Top of the key at 2. Good. Just inside the arc. Strus with a 2. We're back within 2. 32-30. Coming up on 90 seconds for the half is Roberts. Swings it around left wing. Underneath to Washington. And he traveled. He slid. Great job by Miles Simulton on the weak side help. He turned around and spun and saw Miles and tried to get away from him and skidded. So we're back the other way. Chance to tie or take a lead now. Simulton in the front. Hands it off Blaylock. Up top Nelson. Henshaw right side. Kick it in the left corner. Simulton. First half threes for Henshaw, and a great job on the offensive glass. Miles to keep it alive, and the Flyers lead it 33-32. Our first lead of the day comes with 55 seconds now to go in the half. Roberts up top. Now they spin at the free throw line, almost travel again. Now they go right wing. Play back up top to Roberts. Shot clock to 10. Game clock to 42. Roberts dishes it left corner. Blaylock blocks the shot. Strus takes it out of the air. Will come front Blaylock. Henshaw. We cannot take a last shot. 4-second difference. Baseline wide open Nelson. 15-footer good. And now they've got 22 seconds. The Flyer lead is 3. 17 seconds, and they'll probably take a last shot. Yep, 10 seconds as they just finally come front and just kind of stand around. Down to 8 for Roberts. He still has it high left with 5. With 3. with 2, with 1, and they bank it in, and it counts. Now, they're going to look at the video, and they literally, and I mean just flung it up at the buzzer from the right wing from beyond the arc, and it banked in. I mean, it was an underhand fling, crazy shot from the wing beyond the arc. I didn't think I had a prayer, and it hit the glass and banked straight in at about 100 miles an hour. And they're going to come to the table to look and see if it counts or not. But if it counts, what a crazy basket. I didn't think they were going to ever get a shot away in time. And it was just an absolute fling by Connor Evans. You know, all 3 officials are looking at it, and we're not going to take a break till we find out whether it counts or not. I couldn't tell. It was so close. This is going to be by an eyelash either way. But, I mean, he wasn't set to shoot, so I kept thinking, well, he's never going to get it away in time. Well, he didn't set. He just literally just flung it from his hip. Underhanded strike.
1340 WJOL.
Well, we start the second half. Inbound it, go right away to Strus for a right wing 2, and it's good. So Strus switches a 15-footer, and right away it's a 5-point lead, 37-32 for the Flyers. Rockhurst comes front now as we start this second half. The women have already won. They're 16th in a row. Men winning. Reverse layup, down low, tip, no. And the rebound, Flyers. Vukac pulled it down off the miss there by Hagen. We come front. Simulton left corner. Our right, Blaylock. Splits the defense, left side of the lane. Scooping shot, left hand, no. Rebound, Washington. Long pass down court. They lay it up, no. And Strus the rebound. Off the miss by Nix. Back the other way, Blaylock. Up and down game here at the beginning, and knocked out of bounds. We'll keep it. Bring it in, baseline left of the hoop. But Washington tried to throw the fly pattern, the long bomb to Nix, who caught it, but that's how much Strus was hustling. He went back to shadow him the whole way, even on the long bomb. So a good play by the defensive back that time. And the cornerback covering downfield, Strus. Again, tipped out of bounds. We'll try again. Baseline left. Miles to do so. Lob it up to Nelson. Free throw line for him. Looks to hand it off. Flips it over high right to Strus instead. Nelson for a long 18-footer up top. Around and out. Rebound comes down to Washington. Here comes Rockhurst on the run. It's Nix. Standing dribble up top between the circles. Goes high left side. Up in there for Roberts. Nix gets it back in the right corner. Lob it to Washington. And fade away. And a step back in the paint from 10. No. And a foul on Rockhurst. Blaylock got the rebound, and he was pushed by Hagen. So Flyers with a 5-point lead on the ball. A long way to go. 18-17 remains. And Strus to bring it front. Already with a 15.7 rebound day and a long way to go for Max. And another foul under the basket, away from the ball. We've had a ton of those. And this time it's on Rockhurst on a hold. And it's on Burke holding Max. He's had a couple of those down low, and he's going to the official to ask why it's on me. Miles to inbound to Nelson. Underneath, Strus. Wrap around pass to Frank. Yes, and a foul. Vukac to the line to try to complete a 3-point play. Pretty little pass by Strus to Frank. And the big freshman goes to the line. So 39-32, and we're going to try to make it an 8-point lead. By the way, all the women's games are finals, so they've updated the standings. And
getting good shots.
our women, we're out in front in the divisions. That free throw good. We're 12-0. Bellarmine in the women's side 10-2. So we have a 2-game lead on Bellarmine. The crazy thing is it's a 2-team race, because after that, third place is St. Joe's at 7-5. And Roberts lowered his head, drove into Delaney Blaylock, and picks up the whistle before any shot. So we've got a 2-game lead on the women's side over one, and a 5-game lead over the third-place team, and 6-game lead on the fourth-place team, Parkside. And again, ranked 8th in the nation on the women's side. Chance to move up. 3rd-ranked Ashland lost today for the women, so we can move up if we win on Saturday. On the men's side, Roberts, high right. Now to Nix. He'll penetrate. Dish underneath, and Strus knocks it out of bounds. They'll have 12 on the shot clock. And again, on the men's side, Bellarmine 10-1 entering today. Indy and Parkside 9-2, and then we're 7-4. And behind us, Southern Indiana 6-5. They have it high left. Now go up top to Roberts. Shot clock to 5. They go baseline, and Vukaj couldn't hang on to the tip. The ball's out of bounds, but Rockhurst will have it with just 2 on the shot clock as they bring it in baseline left. Nix to bring it in. Going to have a catch and shoot here somewhere. They bounce pass down low. Oh! Getting open was Hagen somehow for a layup. He lost his man. Bounce pass right into the basket. He laid it in. So our lead, 40-34. 17-10 to go. Simulton up top. Nelson at the point. Takes a dribble, gets it back. Simulton. Miles, high right of the arc. 7 on the shot clock. Blaylock, left wing jumper in and out. Rebound battle for and a foul, and I think they're going to call us over the top. Vukaj, they're going to say went over the top. And you shouldn't get it over the top if you're standing and you're not jumping. He was just leaning over, volleyballing the rebound. I think you're allowed to do that. And they go right corner to Nix. Skip past left wing. They'll launch a 3. And they rattle that one in from Burke. Well, threes again. The story for their women to keep it close, and it's the story for their men here today. Same thing. They are now 7 of 15 from beyond the arc, and they're down 3. Strus left side. Flips it to Nelson. He'll attack. Now flip it right side, Blaylock. He'll go baseline. Wrap around pass to Vukaj. Can't handle it. Rockhurst on the turnover. Runs the floor. And a basket and a foul. Hagen laid it in. Simulton tried to block. He couldn't. Picked up the whistle, and they'll go to the line. A chance to tie it up. 16:04 to go in the game. Blaylock. And let's see, it'll be Blaylock out and Capel Henshaw in. Of course, Henshaw had a great first half. Hagen's free throw, no good. We get a rebound, Vukaj. Gets it out, Simulton. So 1-point lead. 16 minutes to go. Simulton in the front. Right side, hands it off, Henshaw. High left, Strus. Burke all over him. And what are they going to call? Foul on Burke, finally, for the hold. He just kept bumping him the whole way. And immediate timeout. 15:45 to play. 40-39 Flyers. Back in a minute on the Lewis Hughes Sports Network. So 15:45 to go. Flyers by 1. So a couple of good ball games here tonight, to say the least. Women's game went right down to the wire, looking like this one will as well. So Burke, that's a big foul. That's his 4th foul. And considering that, he's a good 3-point shooter, that's a big one to have him sit for a while now, I would imagine. Again, they're 7 of 15 from beyond the arc. Flyers are 3 of 8, but again, all 3 of those are Capel Henshaw. 15 for Strus, our only player in double digits right now. They have 12 for Hagen, 11 for Roberts. Flyers to get it in. Strus, 16-footer, good. Step behind the free throw line. Max rises and hits the jumper. 42-39 Flyers. 15.5 minutes to play. Roberts, high right. Swing it around left side. Can't find anybody, so Nick's up top. Now underneath to Washington, and Frank got the block, but got the foul, and big Dominique Washington to go to the line to shoot 2. So Frank picks up his 3rd now. And Dominique Washington to the line. I still laugh at that 2:45. It's 2:15. But again, it's got it. He missed the free throw. He's got one more coming. But again, Frank comes out. Foster back in. But he's got to be at least 2:45. And I would actually say 2:65 is probably more like it. And it says 2:15. It's like, please. 1 out of 2 is that one's good. Our lead is 2. And Simulton into the front as we approach 15 minutes to play. Simulton high right. Up top, Henshaw. Left side, Strus. Get it to Nelson, left baseline. Swinging around, Henshaw. He'll drive, left. Peel off into the corner. 9 on the shot clock for Strus. Dish underneath the Frank. Oh, that's going to be Nelson, Nelson, who got the layup. Good feed by Max. Drew all the attention. Whipped one to Nelson for the right side layup. We're up 4. 14:40 to go. We go right corner, Knicks. Against our 2-3 zone. Swing it around. Left corner. Not going to take the 3. That's Connor Evans. 7 on their shot clock to Roberts. And down to 3. And they're just going to have to fling it again towards the hoop, and it missed everything, and we get a shot clock violation. So 14:18 to go, and we got a media, I believe. No, I guess not. So we'll keep it here.
We'll make you drive it.
44-40. Lewis with the lead in the ball. It's now 14:14 to go. Hand it off, Henshaw. Simulton. Rises. 17-footer right side. No! Foster! The offensive rebound basket. Brad Foster. Lewis by 6. And Rockhurst in the front. Well, again, this tells you, and again, it's more proof about how every game in this league is a tussle, no matter what the records are. They're 5-6 in the league and in the Western Division. And again, this one's going to go right down to the wire, and we're playing well. Roberts drives all the way. They're going to say we bumped him before the shot on the wing. Actually, the shot went in on the left side layup, but they're not going to give him the continuation. Team 5th, they'll bring it in baseline left. Knicks will do it. Way up top in the center circle to Roberts. Josh Roberts out of Miami, Florida. Has it high right. He's swinging around left wing. Now Knicks gets it back. Roberts high left for 3. From way downtown, no, and Foster the rebound. Strus the rebound. The corner for 3. Henshaw! 4th 3 of the day. 49-40, 9-point lead with 13:05 to go. So Capel having a big day. Now they go right side of Roberts. And a bump foul on Henshaw. Before any shot. 12:54 to go. 49-40 Lewis for now. But a new shot clock here for Rockhurst. Hawks to bring it in. Baseline right with a new clock. Knicks gets it from the official. And gets it in. And they get a dunk. Connor Evans. He went right down the middle of the lane, got a feed from the wing, and slammed it in. Our lead is 7. 12:40 to go. Henshaw. High left, Strus. Strus rises for 3. Yes! High left of the arc, Max for 3. 52-42 Flyers. 12:55 to go. And, well, threes have been their story, and Flyers answer back with a couple of trays of their own. High right, they'll launch a three. Miss it long. Rebound battle for. Ooh, they get it. They'll start over with a new clock. Knicks. They'll rise for three up top. Hit that. So they get one of their own. We trade trays, and it's 52-45 with 12 minutes to go. Simulton, high right. 20 for Strus, by the way. Lob low left to Nelson. Backs his way in. And flips it up top, Foster. Strus gets it back. And now, the shot clock, there was something wrong with the shot clock. That could not have been 30 seconds. That could not have been 30 seconds. Argue. Yep. We're going to get it back with 10 on the shot clock. That seems better. I was going to say, we've got William Jewell here at home on Saturday for a women's game that starts at 1, men at about 3, as we get it inbounds. Left baseline, Nelson, 7 on the clock. Nelson low left to fade away from 10. No. Rebound comes down to Washington for Rockhurst. And then we go back on the road for 2 more. So next week they're back on the road for Quincy on a Thursday and Truman State on a Saturday. So after Saturday's William Jewell broadcast this week, we don't come back on the air until February 18th against Indianapolis. They'll launch a three, high right of the arc, miss it. We get a rebound, Strus. So Flyers up 52-45. Lewis the ball as we approach 11 minutes to play. So we have 4 out of 6 here on the road. But then we close out with 3 home games in a row to end the regular season. Capel Henshaw underneath to Foster. Turns. The jump hook in the paint from 10 is good. Brad Foster. A 9-point Flyer lead. 10:45 to go. So William Jewell Saturday. Then they're on the road again for 2. But then at home for Indy on the 18th. St. Joe's on the 20th. And Parkside on the 25th. And then it's the playoffs. And we'll go everywhere. Conference tournament. We could have a potential first-round conference tournament game here at home for the men. Women are going to get a bye. And then everything, men and women, go down to St. Charles, Missouri for the quarterfinals, semis, and finals in suburban St. Louis. And I'll go down for all of that. And, of course, good chance for our women to host a regional and then maybe go to the Elite Eight again down in South Dakota. And we'll try to do all that for you as well. See how far the men go as well. So Nix drove the lane, got fouled. He'll shoot 2. The first one's good. And now last year, remember, I went with the women since both teams made the Nationals. And my buddy Scott Slocum from WJOL followed the men. If we have to do that kind of a thing again, we'll try to work it out as best we can to make sure everybody gets covered. Nix with that free throw. Missed that one, and we get a rebound, Capel Henshaw. So the lead is 8, 54-46. Now 10-10 to play. Up top is Foster. Left side, Strus. Max drives right, flips it outside, Simulton. Back up, Henshaw. Back to Miles. Miles drives right, pull-up jumper from 16, right wing, good! Miles hits the jumper. They lob it down low to Washington. We triple team him. And he traveled. Yep. He stumbled forward trying to find somewhere to pass it to on a triple team. So create the turnover and Flyers get it back. So 10-point lead in the ball. Great job there defensively to collapse on the big man. Front court is Foster. Way up top with it. Strus comes to get it. High right, Henshaw. Now Simulton around a pick. Right side. Drives. Bounce pass. Henshaw for 3. Missed it long. Rebound tipped, but tipped out of bounds to Rockhurst. No, Capel missed that one, but he's been great tonight. Henshaw with 4 of 6 from beyond the arc today. 20 points for Strus, 14 for Henshaw. 10-point lead for now. Well, they've got Burke back in the game with his 4 fouls. We'll go right side of Nix. 9 minutes to go. Flyers by 10. Roberts. They go outside in the left corner for 3. No, and Henshaw the rebound. Well, they are now 8 of 19 from long range. Flyers are 5 of 11. Simulton comes to get it on a handoff. Center circle for him. Now Nelson free throw line. Hands it off Strus. Launches a long 2, misses it. Tried some contact, didn't get a whistle, and rebound Rockhurst. Roberts, top of the key. Washington launches a 3. The big man misses that one. He had one earlier. Long rebound to Henshaw for Lewis. Capel drives, stops, kicks it in the corner. Simulton. He'll take a long 2, right corner, and hit it. Miles a couple of big jumpers. Our biggest lead is now a dozen, 58-46, and a timeout Rockhurst. So Rockhurst wants time. We'll take it as well. 7:54 to go. Lewis by a dozen. Back in a minute on the Lewis U Sports Network. Glad you're with us all throughout this long doubleheader. Again, 2 games against William Jewell coming up on Saturday. And that's why this is a big one to get by. William Jewell, last place in the West in men's play at 2-9 entering today. So if we can get by this tough one here tonight on the men's side, you'd like to think Saturday could be a little easier, but as we just said, there's never really any easy game. Inbound, and we're going to get Simulton with a push foul. On the women's side, William Jewell, a little bit better, 5 and 7, just like the Rockhurst team we played today. And, of course, Rockhurst on the women's side took us down to the buzzer, so you never know. Well, we got another timeout. This is the media.
12.
Welcome back. After all that, Nix is at the line here. 1 in bonus. That was our 8th team foul. They only have 4. Free throw good. 7:47 to go. Now, they blew a whistle. Did Burke go in too soon? Or they're calling a foul. Now, if that's on Burke, he's fouled out. Yeah, he did. So he fouled Foster on the block out by shoving him. And so Burke is fouled out with 7:47 to go. Now, on the men's side, there's one final to report. Indianapolis has beaten Quincy easily, 98-66. And that's one of those teams that was in front of us with only 2 losses. So we're going to stay, even if we win today, 2 games behind them in that battle for second. Now, the other game of note is Parkside, one of those teams that's also got 2 losses, that's in front of us in the standings. And that game, how about this? Parkside only leads Jewell by 1 with 9.5 minutes to go. Boy, if Jewell could upset them, that would be huge for your Lewis University Flyers men's basketball team. So that'd be nice. To only be, just 1 game out of 3rd then, basically. So we get it in. And it's Blaylock. After that free throw, we're up to 10. And then Blaylock is fouled by Connor Evans. Oh, no, they're calling it on Blaylock. So now Evans is going to come back for a 1 in bonus. All right, well, all the way around. All right. Well, we're the ones who had the ball. I'm not exactly sure how Blaylock had the foul, but Evans at the line. So Lewis by 10 with 7:33 to go, but Evans at the line for a 1 and 1. And good. Well, Strus is rested and last long. He'll come back in, and Nelson will get a breather now.
What? No idea.
And got that one as well. So all of a sudden our lead trimmed to 8. It was a dozen not too long ago. Strus with 20 and 8 rebounds, by the way. Our only other player in double digits is Henshaw with 14. Capel today, 5 of 7 shooting, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. Blaylock left side, the wing 15-footer. Good! Delaney Blaylock. Kind of a quiet game today for him. 6 points, 4 rebounds. 60-50, Flyers by 10. As we come up on 7 minutes to go. Right side for Roberts. Now they go Nix on the wing. And what are they calling? Another foul away from the basketball and a hold on Foster. And now super bonus. They've got 5, we've got 10. So they're going to shoot 2 the rest of the way. So 2 shots for Adam Fatkin. 6'6" freshman out of Winchester, Kentucky. Free throw good. Lewis by 9. See what happens with this one. And 8. Yep, got them both. Our lead is 8. And Simulton to bring it up. Center circle for Miles. Standing dribble. High left, Blaylock. High left, Henshaw now. Spins, drives the lane, flips it out. Delaney fakes a 3 and drives. Dishes left corner. Max open for 3. Got it! Max up top for 3. Good quick ball movement. Got him open and hit it. The lead's 11. 6:30 to go. 23 for Max. And he's 2 of 4 from beyond the arc today. Right side, Nix. The launch of 3. Roberts up top, in and out. Rebound to the ground. And Max takes it out of there. Strus brings it front. Bounce pass. Simulton. Left side layup. Good. Beautiful fast break. Max to Miles to finish. The lead now is 65-52. 6 minutes to go. High right for Roberts. Drives, leans, throws it up and in. Roberts. Tough bucket in the paint. The lead's 11. Miles in the front. High left side, Blaylock. Underneath, Foster to Delaney. Drives right side of the lane. No. And rebound comes down to Rockhurst. Tried to float that one in, but it missed. Roberts left side. Nix. Standing dribble towards the left wing. It's for the pick. A little pick and roll. They go left baseline. Hagen's jumper. No, off the side of the backboard. Oh, they get a rebound. Keep it alive. Connor Evans. But now 7 on their shot clock. Nix drives, dishes, and they miss a layup. And we get the rebound. Boy, it slipped out of the hands of Connor Evans. We come back to the way. Ooh, talk a slip out of the hands. It slipped out of the hands of Henshaw. Give it right back. Our lead's 11. 4:53 to go as Rockhurst will bring it up. Double-double for Max today. 23 points, 10 rebounds.
Double. Turn it.
Nix in the front. Right side. Flip it up top. Swing it around left side. Roberts drives. Tipped out of his hands, but they'll keep it. Bring it in left baseline with 18 on the shot clock. 4:40 on the game clock. Our lead 65-54, and they're going to bring the big guy, Dominique Washington, back in. So they'll bring it in baseline left. Nix will do it. Left side, Evans. Back up top, Roberts. Now Nix. Bounce pass underneath to Washington, working against Foster. Uses the left hand, misses a 6-footer. Strus another rebound. Will run the floor. Max in the middle of the break. Max dribbles through a double team, lost the handle, but they cannot control it off of Nix's hands out of bounds. And we'll get the new shot clock out of that with 4:21 to go. 11-point lead in the ball.
Why is the shot clock reset there? My guy did? It's not very skilled dribbling.
Inbounds to Simulton. Up top, Henshaw wide open for 3. Yes, Capel hits another one. Woo, Capel, Henshaw today. 5 of 7 in 3-pointers, and the lead is 68-54 with 4:13 to play. Media timeout, the full break. We're back in a minute on the Lewis U Sports Network. So Lewis by 14, their biggest lead with 4:13 to go. 68-54, by the way, for Henshaw. 17 points, ties his career high. 5 threes, ties his career high. So 23 for Max and 17 for Henshaw. So Nix in the front for Rockhurst. Roberts drives left. Lost the handle. No, he actually did a nice little spinning bounce pass as it turned out to Fatkin, who laid it in. Thought he actually lost the handle, but he did that little bounce on purpose. It found its teammate, and they got the hoop. Full court press. We'll break it easily. Henshaw comes front. We had numbers for a second, but we'll run some clock instead. 3:45 to go. Our lead's a dozen. I left for Henshaw. Has come off the bench today, and Brad has played really well. 6 points, but just a good all-around effort for him. They run the ball down the lane. Dish it low right, bank it up and in. Fatkin knocked Max down. There was no call either way. We put the press on. Our lead is 70-58. We'll break it and come front. Run it to Blaylock, and he's going to get fouled, passing it back to Foster. So 3:07 to go. The lead is 70-58. That is just their 6th team foul, so not a shooting foul. We'll bring it in with a new shot clock from the right baseline. Simulton lobs it up top, Henshaw. Strus drives the lane, and it's going to be a charge. Knocked down a Rockhurst player, and charging foul will come back the other way. 3:01 to go. The lead is 12. So Rockhurst will walk it up. Again, Strus with 23. Henshaw with 17. Then you go to 8 for Simulton. 7 for Nelson. Roberts, free throw line. Leans in. Well, he traveled. Yeah, he tried to draw the contact again, and a little bit of a bump, but we jumped backwards, and then he fell forward. So traveling will come back the other way. 12-point lead in the ball. 2:49 to go. Against the press. Max to bring it in. Gets it in, Henshaw. And he'll bring it all the way front. Find Max. Goes all the way and dunks. Oh, they're going to say no. They're going to say a charge. I buy the other one. That one I don't buy. You have to stand straight to take a charge. He fell backwards, and Max went over him. You can't draw a charge if you don't ever get touched. You got to actually take the contact, and Coach Trost is just as mad as I am. Now that wipes off a dunk, and it's still a 12-point lead, though, with 2:35 to go as Rockhurst comes front. And now that's going to be an offensive foul on a push-off on Alex Hagan, and we'll come back the other way. I'm not sure about that one either, but I don't know if it's a makeup or what, but we'll take it. 2:34 to go. The lead is 12. And Hagan will come out. Joshua Brannon comes back in. That's the reason Max dunked, because their man fell backwards out of the way so he could dunk. He had a clear path. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to dunk it. We get it into Delaney. Bounce pass. Nelson lays it up and in. I'll get a bucket at the other end anyway. 72-58 with 2:22 to go. Nix, about a 3, didn't take it. He has it at the point. Drives left, leans in, throws it up and in. Nix. Our lead is 72-60 with 2:10 to go. Gets it in Simulton. Back in the middle to Strus. Deflected out of bounds. Yes, and we'll keep it. And bring it in with 2:02 to go. 25 on the shot clock. Still in the backcourt. We get the new 10, though. And Max to bring it in. That's right. Actually, we only have the 5 seconds to get it in front. Forgot about that. Doesn't reset. Get it into Henshaw. And he'll sprint it front. Who almost lost the handle and finds Max. 15 on the shot clock. 1:52 on the game clock. The lead is 12. Strus knocked away from him and stolen. Rockhurst to Nix. Fast break. Dunk. Joshua Brannon. Our lead is 10 with 1:39 to go, and Rockhurst calls time. Strus to Simulton. 20 on the shot clock. 88 on the game clock. Just running it around the ring now to run clock. 12 on the shot clock. Henshaw, high left. Henshaw in the corner, Simulton. Strus, 3 on the shot clock. Step back, NBA 3. No! Rebound! Out of bounds to the Flyers. Hagen knocked it out of bounds. We'll get a brand new clock with 1:05 to play. So that was huge. We used all the clock, and now we get a rebound. Team rebound out of bounds. And they're going to have to foul now. Simulton looks to get it in. And a foul even before the inbounds. Hagen on the hold. And Foster at the line to shoot a 1 and bonus with 1:05 to go. So Foster at the line, 6 points tonight, couple of rebounds.
With Meekin.
And no good, and the rebound comes down to Rockhurst. So they're down 10 with a minute to go. Knicks take a long 2. Missed that. Rebound tipped around. Can they save it? They do. Knicks flips it back up to Roberts. He'll take a 3 and rattles it in. Our lead is trimmed to 7 with 47.8 to go. They'll put the press on. Nelson to get it in. Does so to Simulton, and he gets fouled by Roberts. And now Miles for the last 1 and bonus of the day with 46.8 to go. Did a nice job. But Blaylock come back on the floor for him today. 6 points, 3 of 9 from the field, and Miles at the line with 8 points today. Missed it, so we've missed the front end a couple times. Let's see. That comes back to haunt us. They've hit 1 3. Roberts again missed that one way short, and we get a rebound by Nelson, and now he's going to get fouled, and he'll shoot 2 with 37.8 to go. So we've missed a couple of front ends, but now at least we've got 2 shots the rest of the way, and let's see if we can hit a couple of these here from Kyle, who's got 9 points, 3 boards today, a couple of assists. Our lead 72 to 65, 37.8 to go, and a chance to add to it. Good by Kyle. Timeout, Flyers. Again, the doubleheader against Jewel on Saturday starts 12:45 our pregame for the women. Men's game will start around 3-ish. But then again, they're on the road for a week before they come home for, again, last 3 games of the regular season at home. So, Nelson at the line for 1 more. And perfect free throw. Kyle got them both. That's a big couple there. 9-point lead. 37 seconds to go as they sprint front for Nix. Nix drives right, and they get a little bump foul on Delaney Blaylock to get them a couple of shots with no more time going off the clock at 32.3 to go. $23 for Strus, 17 for Henshaw, 11 now for Nelson. Nix at the line, missed it. That's a big miss. Well, even if he hits this, our lead is still going to be 8 with 32 seconds to go. And he did get it, so the lead is 8. Now just need to get it in and get it in the front court, and then they're going to have to foul. Get it into Henshaw. The middle is Max, and now Simelton takes it front. Well, he's got to get fouled here. Dribbles away from the contact and does get the reach in now, and Miles at the line to shoot 2 with 22.6 to go. It's looking like we're going to survive. But we had a lot of slow starts, and we had another one today. We were down 11 early, but righted the ship and got up by as many as 14. Well, Miles misses the first one. I better get this one. Again, 74-66. And did swish that one, so 9-point lead. 22 seconds to go, so they need a quick 3, and then they get to play the foul game if they don't get an inbound steal or a 5-second call. Knicks high right. They go in the corner. Launch a 3. Make it. 13.9 to go. 75-69. 6-point game. Just under 14 seconds to go. We get it into Blaylock, and he'll get fouled with 12 seconds. So now you've just got to get one. Because really, as long as you get one, it becomes a 3-possession game when there's only 12 seconds. So just get the 1 out of 2. And then it's pretty much over. See what Blaylock does here. And missed that one. Well, so we have not done a great job from the stripe here down the stretch. Missed a couple of front ends. Got a 1 out of 2 from Miles and missed both for Delaney. Well, it's not over yet. Knicks takes a 3. Misses it. They get an offensive rebound. Put it in, but there's only 2 seconds to go. So their missed 3 made all the difference. We get it into Nelson, and that's that. 75-71. Flyers win by 4. Whew. Survive.